Today is December 1st, 2023. The clock on the wall says that it is 12:23 in the afternoon. This is creative mode. And this episode is aimed at a very particular audience of 1, 2, 3 people. The lads that were here with me in this space earlier today. And what I want to demonstrate here is a method to the madness, or apparent madness. Maybe it is madness. I don't think it's madness. I think it's a very peculiar way of being in the world. I'm going to introduce a constraint using the dimension of time, and that constraint is 10 minutes. So this demonstration needs to be 100% complete in less than 10 minutes, which is really less than 8 minutes now because I started at about 2 minutes ago. Okay, so what I want to show, I talked a little bit about categorization earlier this morning, and how I think what I was getting at is that most bodies don't even notice the categorization scheme, and at the level of so literally what that means is they don't see it. They don't see how things are organized. Well, the fabric of reality, you can now see, the humans have been categorizing the very fabric of reality below and beyond the visually resolvable scale. So they literally don't see it. Sight consumes about 50% of everybody's cognitive capacity. So if you can't even see it, you got 50% or less probably of cognitive capacity to apply to the other pathways of perception. So can you taste it? Can you hear it? Can you feel it if you touch it? The point that I'm trying to make is those are comparatively, the visual predominates attention habitually, and then if you don't, you can only see, well, you can only see in a meaningful way actual patterns. And the only way that you actually see any pattern and relationship of patterns is if you're aware of the categories, the categorical scheme. Okay, so enough on that. That's technically true, by the way. I'm not just making up words. If you don't, if you can look that up if you don't believe me. Okay, so there's these behaviors that look strange to most people, but doesn't look that strange to engineers, people that actually build real things, that do real things in the real world, we say. I got less than 5 minutes to go, so here we go. So this, let's see, can you see that? There's a bunch of these. There's a label right there. I've been collecting things around here for a while, and now I'm starting to move faster and faster. And people need to fucking keep up. So here we go. Demonstration. This has been sitting here, I think, for over a year, waiting for this moment. So get rid of the label. Very helpful. Bunch of information on there. It's got big words on it like polycarbonate. I'd like somebody to tell me what polycarbonate is and why I would use it. Okay. Nice. See that? That is something like a skew. That goes in there. And then the little pieces that come out of there go in that bin. Category 1. Next category. Skew goes there. Those come out of there. How am I doing? Am I going to make it? I got about 3 minutes to work with. I asked that you watch what I'm doing because there isn't enough time to explain it all. I'm not doing all this shit just for funsies, although it's pretty fun. Maximum weight, 25 pounds. Now, what I just did works at many levels of reality because now I can scale. I can say, hey, newbie, noob, 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 hey, noob. You can take this whole thing, which is only one thing, but it's more than one thing. I'm going to have to force this if I'm going to get done in time. I got over a minute. I got all the time I need to do this. Okay. Skew. And, uh-oh, this one has got a lot. Well, fortunately, some careful engineer made this so that you could go like that, take out a fucking section, and then you got more room for more volume. All right, noob. You take anything out of the box, replace it. Where do I get it? You go down to the store or you get online and you enter the skew that's in each one of these little compartments with the pieces. And if there's no pieces, it's because somebody didn't leave the place better than they found it. Leave the place better than you found it. That's something like a fundamental rule of life, I think. So I love you guys. It's a lot of fun to rant. And I appreciate your attention a lot. Bye-bye.